All right, let's get right into it because something we all use literally every single day, Google search, is getting one of the biggest upgrades in its history. And no, this isn't just a new coat of paint, it's a complete rethink of how we get stuff done on the internet. Think about it. For a quarter of a century, the deal has been super simple. You've got a question, what's the best recipe for lasagna, who won the game last night, and Google gives you a list of links. It's a relationship we know inside and out. But what if that whole relationship changed? What if you could stop asking questions and start giving commands? What if search can not just find information for you, but actually take action on it? Well, that's the huge shift we're about to unpack. So, to really get what this upgrade is all about, you kind of have to forget what you know. This isn't just adding a new button or feature. It's a complete reimagining of what Google search is even for, moving it from finding things to, well, doing things. And this is the shift right here. For years, search has been about information retrieval. You get a pile of links, and then you do the work of piecing it all together. Now it's about task execution. Instead of just finding links to plan a vacation, you're literally getting a plan. All that heavy lifting, all the clicking and comparing, yeah, the AI is going to do that for you now. Now, some of you might be thinking, oh, I've seen those AI overviews at the top of my search results, right? Well, this is a massive, massive leap beyond that. This isn't just a summary, it's a proactive assistant that can plan and execute, and it's rolling out to everyone, everywhere. And that brings us to the core tech that makes this all possible, Agentic AI. I know, it sounds a little technical, maybe a bit robotic, but the idea is actually incredibly simple. Let's break it down. The best way to think about it is like this. Imagine you have a real human personal assistant. You don't tell them every single tiny step to take, right? You just give them a big, complex goal, like, hey, book my travel for the conference. And they have the smarts to figure out the steps and get it done. That is exactly what Agentic AI is designed to be. Okay, so that all sounds pretty cool in theory, but what does it actually look like in the real world? How does this work when you're actually using it? Let's use this perfect example. You give one simple command, plan a 3-day trip to Seattle. Behind the scenes, the AI becomes your travel agent. It instantly understands that plan a trip means it needs flights, a place to stay, and cool things to do. Then it goes out and executes all those searches. And what it gives you back isn't a messy list of links, it's the finished product, a full, ready-to-go itinerary. Now, a change this big obviously doesn't happen by accident. This is a massive, incredibly strategic bet that Google is making on the entire future of the internet. So, why the huge push? It really comes down to one thing. Google search has always been the front door to the internet. Period. And in this new AI-first world, they need to make sure that front door is still theirs. This move is about staying on top, fending off powerful new AI competitors, and weaving AI into the very fabric of their most important product. It's a defense and offense strategy all rolled into one. And when a company like Google makes a move this big, it doesn't just affect them. It sends ripples. No, it sends shockwaves across the whole tech industry. It sets a completely new standard for what we expect from AI. This quote really says it all. For years, the goal was just to be accurate. But now, accuracy is just the price of admission. The new challenge isn't just giving people accurate information. It's giving them actionable intelligence. Info you can actually use to get something done, right now. So if you're any other search engine or you're building an AI chatbot, well, the game just changed. Simply answering a question isn't good enough anymore. Users are going to start expecting their AI to be an agent, an assistant that can actually take action. The bar has officially been raised for everybody. So what does all this mean for the rest of us? For the businesses, the creators, and for you and me, the people who are actually going to be using this technology every single day. For anyone who creates content online, this is a true double-edged sword. The challenge is obvious, right? If the AI can just synthesize a perfect answer, that might mean fewer clicks to your website for the simple stuff. But the opportunity is huge. If you can create content that fits into these complex AI workflows, becoming a trusted building block for the AI, you suddenly become more essential than ever before. This is basically the next evolution of what we used to call SEO. It's not about stuffing keywords into a page anymore. It's about thinking in terms of workflows. The new goal is to be the go-to source of information that an AI agent relies on to complete a complex task for a user. So, if you boil it all down, the single biggest takeaway is this: Google is transforming search from an information engine into an action engine. It's a massive, all-in bet designed to make sure it's still the most indispensable tool on the internet. And that leaves us with a final, really exciting thought. For 25 years, we've been asking search what and how. Now we get to tell it, do. So when this power is finally in your hands, what's the very first command you're going to give it?